the word reggae. And so yeah, so I had a bit of and I did it with a friend of mine called Angel Andrews, I knew from school. And we were from the age of about 14. We were in this band, and they were men. They were a lot of men. They were 28, you know. And my first gig with them, I replaced a drummer called Danny, who was super cool. He was much better than. I could keep time, but I wasn't no great shakes as a drummer in any way. But I could keep time, so and my first gig was a blues dance. That's a kind of a Jamaican dance, and it was at Luton Baths. And in the winter they put floorboards over the baths, and it was all West Indians, apart from a few white girls, and I was the only white one, so I was a little nervous, but it was all right. Well, I was scared. I thought they're gonna suss out that I'm completely bluffing. I kind of still feel like that in a way.
Straight away.
Well, no, but it weren't that. It was just, you know, it's a very detailed music, you know. Anyway, but everyone danced, and we got by, and we got paid, and we went home. So I've always liked reggae, and I think, and speaking as a drummer, you can't just play one sort of music. You know, you have to, you know, if you want to, that's what I do for a job, you know. So you have to learn. There's only two sorts of music, good and bad, really. So you have to kind of get your head around lots of things. But reggae's been a great thing, and I'm very lucky with Segsy. I mean, we've remained good friends. We didn't play for years together until we started doing it. But when we went to do Rhythm Collision 2, we just got in the studio with Mad Professor, Neil Fraser, and we hadn't done it since Rhythm Collision 1.
Actually, I think I'll just leave that the way it is, which is really nice. But the great entertainment for us, because we listen to them and it don't sound like us playing. I mean, I can't believe there's even me playing.
I remember when we went in to do the Rhythm Collision 2, it was quite by accident. I mean, we never planned to reform in any. We never sat down and said, "Oh, let's reform. It'd be a great idea." In fact, we didn't think it was a good idea at all. When at the 2007 gig with Henry, we thought we'd reclaim the Ruts integrity, and it was a great place to leave it. You know, Ruts had a good name. Paul died a month or two after that. But we were just in the studio, and the engineer suggested that we took this remix money we were doing. So why don't you go and do some?
Let's do one to Malcolm Owen.
To anyone who's can we put it, the
Dearly Departed.
Yeah, or
Anyone?
Yeah, Dearly Departed.
Dearly Departed.
Absent Friends. Absent Friends. That's correct. Yeah.
The old pal.
Very quiet this one.
Oh, goddamn, aching inside.
true. But if you come back ready to you, luckily. Good ones.
Just in general, funny ones as well.
They're not that funny.
They're not that funny. They're never really. It's quite
no.
scary. No, I'll tell you an Andy Damon story.
That's funny.
That's funny, yeah.
Well, yeah, we used to get a lot of factions, so we say, used to come down, try and smash the gigs up, because they kind of wrongly assumed we were. Well, we are left wing, you know what I mean, but just by the default of being free, you know. But we never really went right.
We've never.
We just pro freedom.
We've never been members of a political party or anything like that. We just wrote about things around us. But at that time, it was very tribal, and we, you know, because we did Rock Against Racism gigs, we got called, you know,
communists
and this and that and the other, whatever. But we never really. I never really joined a club really like that.
Join a club that would have us as a member.
But there used to be, you know, there were a lot of posses. It was really quite horrible at gigs. I mean, you would get whole factions down to deliberately, you know, hurt people and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it get quite heavy because you know you'd have a lot of a lot of that, you know, arms in the air. I'm never going to do that because people will always take a photo of you, you know. There's no, and then you're David Bowie all of a sudden. But yeah, a lot of the bad things and people getting stabbed, and it was really quite heavy. But this particular one, it was Colchester, Essex University, Colchester, and our manager Andy was an ex scooter boy, really, very tasty guy. I never saw him get violent with anyone, but I think he could really handle himself, and he was built. You couldn't move him, and. It all started kicking off, and Malcolm went to the front and he went, "Oh, you lot, stop!" You know, and he went like that, and a fight ensued. And Malcolm dived off the stage into the fight because Malcolm had kind of learned, although he was a pacifist, really, he learned that one punch can send someone down. And once he'd learned that, he kind of like used to implement it. Famously on Sid Vicious, apparently, but that's another story. So he went in, and then all these scares jumped on Malcolm, and like, you know, and Andy's like, "Right, just my boy," you know. He dives in, he dives into the Skinners. Malcolm sort of went and got out, and then they're all kicking fuck out of Andy like that on the floor. And I saw Andy, they're all stupid, you know, so they're all just kicking nothing. Just half of them, I bet half of them don't actually want to kick anybody or hurt anybody. They're just doing it, you know. And he comes out on all fours, like comes out the other, sort of went like, sort of goes, and then tapped someone on the shoulder, and got two of them in his arms like that, and then goes bang, sort of run into the wall with them, and then just threw them out. And it was just amazing to see. You know, when you see, you know, that barroom brawl thing, if you ever see it and it's like, and you're actually in the middle of it, and it's, I've seen it, and it's like, bloody hell, these people are really good at fighting, you know, without hurting each other. And he sort of did it, and he diffused the situation without anyone really getting hurt. But that was quite funny. But I hope that answers your question. It was, you know, it's much more latent now, isn't it? You know, we had a lot of gigs where black people were there. You always have a reggae DJ, you might have Don Letts playing, there were really cool clubs, The Clash, and everything. People were there, it was a really cool time. You don't really get that anymore. You don't really get black and white people mixing in that genre anymore. We don't get many at our gigs. We were trying to do that, and I'd like to fucking change that. That's why we're doing the People Unite thing. Yeah, you know what I mean?
We do.
Yeah,
People
you do.
Absolutely.
Up here? Good. We don't down. Well, down south it's kind of changed a little bit.
We do in London when we play London, but if we're playing like Reading and that, it's very unlikely because of the, I guess, a musical divide. But we have, because in London we work a lot in Brixton, and a lot of people from Brixton play on our records, so we do get people down in London, you know.
Yeah, so we had our guest, our friend Super 4 in London, and you know, brought his crew down, which we really wanted to make happen. But by a natural, I'm not arguing with you, I'm just saying our gigs in comparison, because it was the Rock Against Racism, the People Unite thing, people used to come from all walks of life, so there'd be Sikhs and there'd be, you know, but that sort of changed, especially in London. Everybody's gone a little bit back into, because I think if you leave humans to their natural state, they scatter back to their little boxes, don't they, you know, including that, myself, you know, you go back to what you think is safe, but it actually isn't.
But in Edinburgh, we're rocking it.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, we want,
Black
yeah.
and white all together, totally.
Well, that's great. Well, we want to come up because we, you know, we put the last record out. We got our own label, Sasumi, and we put People Unite underneath, because I'm still dealing with Chris Bolton, who we work with on People Unite label, our first record, and Misty Roots. So we did an interview the other day with him and Smokes, who was on live at Countervision, you'll know that. So we're trying, but you know, just bring those two words back together, People Unite, because then it's very easy, isn't it? There's two words, and if you say, oh, we want to do this, People Unite, and you go, no, I don't agree, then really I don't really want you in the club, you know, because it's not, you know, you don't have to make any decisions about politics to sort of say that it'd be better if People United. It's a simple thing, isn't it? Maybe we're not doing enough.
See, as you're on about Black and White sex, what do you reckon about JJ Burnell?
I don't really know what's happened. I'm not up to speed. I don't follow JJ Burnell's antics. What's he done recently?
A lot of times I think about Stranglers.
Oh.
What's your opinion on the Stranglers?
Oh,
Black and White, you mean like the Stranglers album, Black and White?
Very good.
Sideswiped it there,
I wish we'd never asked to do the Q&A.
I'm moving on. I produced the Stranglers album once, called Norfolk Coast. Yeah. He's all right. JJ, he likes carrot cake, and he's a very martial arts. And don't ask him about his martial arts, because he's more than happy to demonstrate it on you.
I took up the bass guitar,
but I think he's lovely. If you're listening, JJ, you're right by me.
And then Segs followed on from JJ, but that's not.
Well, I don't think he's anything.
Well, actually, my initials are really JJ, so.
John Jennings. John Jennings. He's got me better idea than me.
But before I started picking up the bass, there was the Stranglers, and I was working for the post office, and Ruts came out, and I loved it, and I still love Grip. I'll still DJ that, and I'll still DJ a lot of that. That first album was great. I just loved it. So, and the Barracuda bass sound, I loved it. So, I mean, he got some bad press later on. That's why when you said that, I thought, oh, what's he done now? I thought he'd taken something out.
It's basically getting towards the bass guitar.
You're a bass player yourself, aren't you?
Yes.
You are.
It's a bass.
That's the first bass I've ever signed.
I am so chuffed.
You brought mine.
It's brilliant.
So
But we could,
it's nice to see only had the correct number of strings as well.
Next time I'll bring mine.
Yeah, not
5-string bass is just wrong, isn't it?
5-string bass.
Unfortunately, I sold my Fender about 10 years ago.
Right. Well, it happens, didn't it?
It does happen, yeah.
3-string bass, yeah. Right, let's do
one more, and then I think we'll.
Should we do? I do like Ain't Up, but I really have to give it some.
If you do a request,
Give it all.
No.
Let's do Babylon's Burn.
Babylon, yeah.
In a rut, but I have to really give it some.
Now let's
Finish one. I've got a question I want to ask you.
start from after it.
You can only do it.
All right, okay.
Yes.
Well, we could do In a Rut, but only if you all sing the chorus, because we're a bit knackered.
All right.
How does the chorus go again?
All right.
No.
Babylon's Burn.
Do Babylon's Burn.
Cheers, mate.
Sounds amazingly good on acoustic guitar.
Well, these words. Yeah, suddenly we can follow them up. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Babylon's burning with streets. You're burning in the ghetto with anxiety. With anxiety. Babylon's burning, Babylon's burning with anxiety. Babylon's burning, Babylon's burning, Babylon's burning with anxiety. Babylon is burning with Said you're burning at your work, you're burning at your play. The spark of fear is smouldering with ignorance and hate, and with anxiety. Babylon's burning, Babylon's burning with anxiety. Babylon's burning, Babylon's burning, Babylon is burning, baby, can't you see it? Babylon is burning with anxiety. Babylon's burning, Babylon's burning, Babylon is burning. Babylon's burning, Babylon's burning, Babylon's burning.
Thanks all for coming down, man.
Thank you. Great. Meet you all in a minute.
Come out and say hello in a minute. We don't normally do it, but we've got a bit of merch over there, so everyone fancy it. We've got a remake of Jar War, 7-inch, redone with our Brixton Generals. We've got our book and some other shit. And any donation would be great for you, so we means what you need tonight and get somewhere to sleep. Thank you very much.
Put your hands together, folks, for Sags, Lee, and Dave. Yeah, come out here tonight for nothing, so thank you.
Punks with guns! That guy's going to mix a couple of DVDs. Punks with guns! Look over there, look.
Put these in here.
And you pay the £5 to see me, you give me the bag, but there's your bag back.
I've generally like Acoustic. No, just shit.
No,